Chill. Yeah. M16.
This is unbelievable.
Brr. Weazel. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and they Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got our foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got pictures on whether you can chat with cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weazel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard. Weazel.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Weazel News. We are your hosts, Guy Davis, Dick Dastardly, and Tiffany Tulips. How are we doing this evening, everybody?
Awesome. How are you, Tiffany and Sky?
Tiffany,
I can't complain.
It's been a busy week, a tiring day. I know myself, I did some community work out in the city today, which was awesome. Had a bunch of people walking for a good cause, and it helped out with that, so it was great to be a part of that, and hopefully everybody else had a good day as well.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Glad you was a productive day there, Sky.
For sure.
I've been just lounging around, playing different little games, and having just a good time, relaxing and chilling out, getting ready for this new work week coming up.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. You know, I've heard that a lot of people have been saying the quote unquote keyword lately, and it's been causing quite a ruckus for first responders, as they've had a lot of calls and things like that happening lately.
That's right. It's just I believe if they could hunt down these folks out in the neighborhoods saying the Q word, I believe they may wind up putting handcuffs on them for. They probably come up with some charges. Maybe disturbing the peace will be the charge they wind up getting. So,
I was gonna say they're probably loading up their tasers for them, just special.
I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. But quite the busy week, and I'm sure the upcoming week will be just as hectic for our first responders. Would you like to take us away first, Dick, with some information?
Sure thing. See, this past Tuesday we was out on the east side of the city. Where it's been a while since we've been to the east side. We was up around Mirror Park area, now near LCN Fields and the warehouses, stockyards, all those fun areas. But we had one major incident. We had actually finally possibly wrapped up a case of a potential serial killer.
Oh my.
I believe it was a postal 185 was a location where the call came in as the smell of a dead body or dead person was in the area. And when EMS arrived on scene, they actually found a subject in a home. This is going to be disturbing, so be prepared. He was cooking pork and beans is what should have been, but it really wasn't pork and beans. The meat wasn't pork.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
yes.
I don't like where this is going.
See, you took it a little much farther, because I was gonna joke when you said, I mean, this is not a joking matter, of course, but when you said serial killer, I was gonna ask you if they killed Rice Krispies or Fruit Loops.
Oh no, no! I think they went to the extreme because apparently they had body parts and internal organs and just random things all over the house. Don't know how
Oh,
long it had
goodness.
been going on because the smell of decomp was very strong in the area. It was terrible. I couldn't go close to it to cover the scene any more than I was. I had to stay up on the main highway up there near LC and Freeway.
Oh, my
It
goodness.
it was rough. Oh, it was rough, Sky. But hopefully they have enough evidence to put this poor sick fella to we'll just say this poor sick fella behind bars for the rest of his
Yeah.
potentially short life.
I sure hope so, because goodness, that's a lot of gruesome information, a gruesome scene out there.
That's right. We reached out to Commissioner Granley, and he was able to give us some details, but he didn't want to go too in depth on it to potentially damage the court case.
Exactly. And I know that the coroner was quite busy that evening with a lot of different cases happening within the city.
Most definitely. I know she ran to 3, 4, maybe 5 cases just on the east side of Los Santos that night.
Yikes.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Let's see what else happened.
Tiffany, do you want to cover anything for us?
Let's see. I have so many notes here of all the stuff that happened.
Yeah, quite a lot of stuff happened.
I know there was a medic. She was actually this was Saturday evening. She was transporting a patient to Ocean Med Hospital, and just automatically, suddenly, the ambulance just crashed into a building. From what I understand, she blacked out while she was driving and had to be transported to the hospital herself, and as well as get the patient there. But from what I understand, both patient and the medic are fine. You know, she went right back on duty shortly after she was able to. So kind of scary to be transporting a patient, and the next thing you know, you're the patient.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's definitely the scary thing. But we're glad that everybody involved is okay.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely.
I also heard that there was on the east side that evening there was a predicament at one of the mining shafts in the city that they had a worker, I guess, fall into or be. They didn't think anyone was pushed into it. So it was deemed as an accident, according to Commissioner Granley. But somebody fell into a vat of lava, and unfortunately, they did not make it. But we are. Sending our thoughts to the family and the workers that were involved. I'm sure it, can be. I can't even imagine how the worker who found the person was feeling.
Yeah, it could be, just totally messing with your entire psyche. You walk in on that and find your person sitting there in that hot vat of melted steel. It would just. Probably smells a lot like pork and beans.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, goodness.
I just ate, too, Dick. Jeez.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Let's see. I know that we also had some action on the Vespucci Beach recently. We had some undercover units, we had some marked units, we had a lot of different things going on that evening, including a civil disturbance at the water slides. Apparently, a gentleman was trying to go down the water slides, and somebody took the water supply off, and the gentleman going down skinned his ass.
What?
Oh,
yeah, Yeah, I heard that the water got cut off and he slid all the way down and he had to get his tuchus, got some vitamin E and all that. Yeah, the medics had to attend to him, but apparently he was a very vocal gentleman, and the state troopers had to detain him for a bit to figure out what exactly happened. They also had a limo out on the beach during that time. So I mean, just kind of, a lot of things going on. I know they had to call multiple officers to that scene to kind of figure out what was going on. Luckily, they were able to solve it in a timely manner.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy right there. They also installed like sandpaper on the water slide because I couldn't even imagine going
Yeah.
down a dry water slide.
Yeah, I can hear the sound in my brain too, and just the like stir, like all the way down.
Like, how'd it go there, Sky?
Stir.
Okay.
He loves everyone to repeat himself. That's one of his trademarks.
Stir.
I just want to make sure I heard what I thought I heard. I really did hear what I
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah, you heard what you thought of her. Yes, you did. And that same evening, we heard that Pearl's diner, or Pearl's seafood. I guess it might be a diner. I'm not. But Pearl's seafood. They also had a fire out there, out on the pier, and it started from a grease fire. Apparently they closed for the evening, and nobody turned the fryers off, and that caught up a grease fire by some, I guess, I don't know what kind of happened with that, but the fryers were left on, and a fire did stem from that in the kitchen. I know that the health and safety department is going to have to do an inspection out there and deem whether Pearls will be able to reopen under its current health code because of those fryers being left on. I mean, that's definitely a big fine,
Definitely, and it could have been a lot worse. They could have lost the entire restaurant and the end of the pier from that.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been catastrophic.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
There you go, everybody. That's my 25-cent word for today. Catastrophic.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Catastrophic ejectocito.
There it is.
There it is.
Yep. Speaking of ejectocito, we've kind of been taking a break from the helicopters lately, but I think one of us might have to go back in the sky soon, just to prove that we can still drive them, or maybe.
Well, I do have a newscast, I think, coming up this coming Saturday. So I think, I may wind up being back up in the helicopter.
Oh, okay.
But I do enjoy the four wheels on the ground because it's a lot more safe for myself.
That is true.
Yeah.
We'll
wait and see what happens.
We will have to wait and see what happens. So there we go, guys. Tune in on Saturday. You might get some more Weazel News content. We love to see it. Let's see. I know we had a few other things happen in the evening. I know we had a DUI out on the boardwalk. And I think it was public intoxication, but the gentleman wasn't actually in the vehicle, but he did have a vehicle near him that was his. So the vehicle got towed, and he was taken to jail for public intoxication because he wasn't safe to be out on his own. We're always thankful for the law enforcement looking after the citizens of the state to make sure everybody gets home safe and doesn't, drown, especially being out there by that beach. I mean, you never know what could happen to people. So we're very thankful for the lifeguards and everybody out there.
That's right. We also had a person who was jumping from the end of the pier into the water.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of things at the end of that pier, a lot of old pylons and wood and concrete and all that just kind of in the pier. So, he was kind of playing with his own life doing that, jumping off the end of the pier into the ocean like he was. But I believe law enforcement made contact with him and told him to not do that, gave him a warning and advised him to leave the area at the time. So potentially a life was saved by law enforcement showing up to make contact with him.
I'm glad that the law enforcement showed up in time, because I mean, you never know what can happen, especially if it's nighttime and whatnot. I mean,
That's right.
Goodness. I also heard that there was a small campfire that got a little bit not super out of control, but a umbrella and a towel caught on fire on the beach from a campfire that got too close to the fire. So as general reminder, when you are on the beach, make sure that you keep flammable things away from any possible fires or flammable objects, to make sure that nothing goes up in smoke.
That's right. Especially keep your coolers away, because you don't want to lose all that precious water and precious Coca-Cola and any other beverages you may have in that cooler.
Yep, some Pisswasser and all that other stuff.
Oh, yes.
I feel bad for all those folks in bikinis if they were to catch fire. There's a lot of skin showing. That's easy burn.
Oh, Lord. There was also a tow, I was gonna say tow truck abductor, but that's not what I wanted. I guess it kind of works, but a tow truck stealer, but the only thing that came to mind was abductor. A tow truck abductor.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with tow truck abduction.
Two tow trucks were abducted last night, from Mosley's. Luckily, that person was taken into custody quite quickly, but it is known that some possible shots fired may have happened in the process. And I know there was a big shootout on the pier of the bridge, I think within the same phone call.
It was. I believe it was related to each other. I believe the person who was shot at the pier was actually the person who abducted the tow truck.
Wow.
No one ever said criminals were smart now.
We're newscasters for ourselves, in our own defense.
Yeah, I mean, people are interesting every day. I mean, I'm super surprised by the actions of people sometimes.
Well, there are some brazen people around the city that, are usually cracked out or something wrong with the head and all that fun stuff. So,
yeah. Like me with tow truck abductors.
Yeah, whoa, Scott, do we need to have you giving a drug test there, Miss Sky?
No, I mean.
Oh Lord.
Uh-oh.
No, I mean. No. We'll just go. Okay, you and your Adonkas and your Stark cars and all that, we can just leave it, we can leave it.
Okay. We'll call it true.
I mean, don't make me call the FIB on you again there, Dick.
FIB, yeah, they like doing too many cavity searches.
Oh
yeah,
Lord.
they do.
Oh Lord. Yeah, hopefully we don't want that to happen. We don't want that to happen. Yeah, but quite a yeah. Yeah. Oh Lord.
It's been a long day, Scott. We would say it's been a long day. Remember, it's been a long day. You was out in the hot sun all day.
It has been a long day. It really has. Do we have any businesses that we want to highlight?
Well, I do know there is I don't know if we covered it last time, but a gas station up in Sandy, the 24/7 food mart beside the gas station.
Oh yeah, I know it
under
was
new ownership.
lovely.
Yeah, it's up under new ownership, and I believe it is fully stocked and open for business for all of our residents in Sandy Shores area.
That is awesome. That is awesome to hear about. We love when new things open and new businesses come together and a lot of new action. I know the community has been a lot more active these nights, doing a lot of different civilian stuff and other things of that nature.
Oh,
So
most definitely.
we love to see that happening.
And I believe there's been some new civilians flying into the city in the last couple of days. I believe we've had a
Yeah.
handful of new civilians.
We really have, including today. We have a few new ones. We've also had a few new body cams running. It's definitely something always to see here in San Andreas. And I look forward to continuing to hear and see about the new things being brought to the server and with the server. I know they're also going to be bringing back a few events that happened last year. They'll have some of their annual events. I know that they're talking about getting the knockout back set up. So Kuffs knockout, which made its first appearance. Appearance.
Experience the tow truck conductor.
Jesus Christ.
I hope you can handle that chopper on Saturday there, Dick.
Oh, Lord.
I'll pack my parachute in the skies flying.
Oh, Lord. But yeah, we'll have another appearance. And we also have the triathlon that'll be coming up in the next few months. Along with, I know that there are going to be some motorcycle shows potentially, and other stuff like that. We've had quite a few good openers to our season with a underground event. We've had a few other events that are getting stacked up, and we look forward to everything that's going to go on.
Oh yes, looking for great things
Yes.
coming over this summertime.
Yes. Have we listened to any new music lately, or any? I know, Dick, you've been into that country music.
Yeah, I've been into the country music. I actually heard a new station today on that
Ooh.
Fandoria. It's a cross between country and rock. They're calling it croc.
Croc.
Croc. Yeah, calling it croc. You know, you got a country and rap, you get crap. So country and rock, you get croc.
I think about one of those alligator shows where
Croc
those
radio.
people go hunting after them and they're like, oh, croc, crikey.
Yeah, I've been listening to that new station. Is Croc 24/7. It's a pretty good station.
Ah, I wonder if they play Croc at the 24/7. They probably do.
They may do. You know, also that artist, what's his name? Jelly Bean, Jelly Roll, something like that. He's on that station. So yeah, he's pretty good.
Nice, nice,
Oh, yeah.
nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. I've been listening to quite a few different artists. Um, There's been quite a few artists, a lot of indie artists, a lot of up and coming artists. Man, it's the power of social media and what our platforms can do. There are a few good songs that have really gotten taken by storm on the talker tick. And I know a lot of good music can come from that, especially in this day and age. It's kind of crazy how music has evolved from, only getting discovered by, presenting to big radio stations and big, producers. And now something as simple as writing a song about, body positivity and about stuff like that can turn into something that kind of sweeps the nation overnight. And that's kind of what's happened recently with a few songs on the Tickety Talk. So I've been listening to a lot of stuff on there. The Tickety Talk. And it's kind of amazing to look at kind of how things have evolved within our day and age. Some scary, but some things are good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's see. Trying to think. The weather this upcoming week is supposed to be getting warmer. Of course, we've had a bit of a rain spell here and there, but it is supposed to get nicer again. We looked out the other evening for a nice night on the beach, and hopefully we'll get some more of those in the near future. Because we might have some firework displays coming up and stuff like that that we're hoping for nice weather for. But I mean, overall, I'm just looking for a good few months of summer here.
Yeah, that's right. Summer's coming up. The only thing I gotta be careful of now is I gotta watch out for those incoming hurricanes and tropical storms that will start blowing in soon.
Yep. Hopefully we don't have to, that one hurricane that you and I covered, Dick, was quite a big one, and hopefully we don't have to worry about that again, at least in San Andreas, but you never know.
That's right. Maybe this time we can get Tiffany out with us, and she can watch the semi trucks falling from the sky.
I mean,
Lord.
it was quite a sight to see. I mean, do you remember that sailboat that we had over on the building? I mean,
Oh yeah, I remember the sailboat and all the other items that were just blowed up right there in the docks down there. It was just crazy.
I mean, it was a crazy sight. But we are looking forward to what the season's gonna bring, and I mean, April showers do bring May flowers, so we may see some more flowers popping up, and hopefully maybe even a flower festival. You never know.
May flowers bring pilgrims.
I mean, and also, you never, especially with the fruit markets that we got around the city, you never know what Granny Swag is gonna shove up her next. So we got that to look forward to too.
Like the old Granny Swag toast salad.
Oh Lord.
The farmers markets are gonna be thrilled.
I'm sure. If they even open.
It's almost watermelon season.
It is. Oh Lord. But yeah, we got a lot of good stuff to look forward to. With the summer, with all the characters. A lot of good stuff gonna be happening. And I really do look forward to it, especially with the new bike patrol. We had a bike patrol the other week, like we said, which was awesome to have everybody out back on the road out there, and making use of all these different vehicles that have been put into the city for us, like the new police vehicles, the Camaro and the Mustang, the new Explorers, our new deputies, our new police officers. We got a lot of stuff going on, and we're happy to see where it can continue to go, and the great work done by everybody in the city.
That's right. It's been a great time hanging out so far, covering everybody's calls, incidents, and misfortunes. Looking forward to having more newsworthy things.
Absolutely. And I think that will bring us to about a wrap up of talking about all the great stuff that's been going on in the city and what the city's capable of. And again, we are always live Sunday evenings at 8:15 p.m. If you are interested in joining this wonderful community and being a top storyline on here, go to kuffsgaming.com. Check out the guide for all the information. Discord apps are open. If you're over 16, an interview will take place, and hopefully you can join our server to check out who's on the rotation next. You can do exclamation point rotation. This coming Tuesday, we will have Jamie H. and
Nope,
No,
it's Ace
nope,
and
nope.
Country.
Ace and Country, and then on Saturday we'll have Jamie and
Onyx.
So got a lot of good stuff to look forward to. And I know Blaine is gonna be planning something for Monday. That's tomorrow. So always keep up to date with everything that's going on everybody's channels and what have you. But that is going to do it for us. Do we have any closing regardment? Regardment is not a word.
Okay, Scott, I think you need to get home, get in bed.
I'm gonna turn my microphone off. Lord have mercy.
Usually it's me tonight. It is.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? For the first time ever, I'm gonna let Dick close us out. Take it away, Dick.
All right, y'all. We would like to thank you for coming and hanging out with us over here on Weazel News, channel 13 now. Hanging out with us every Sunday night at 8:15 Eastern to 8:45 Eastern time. If you would like to come and hang out with us on the Discord server, do like Miss Sky said, put in the applications, find out from us. But that will be all from Weazel News tonight. And for Miss Sky and Miss Tiffany, I am Dick Dashley, and we hope you all have a great and wonderful Sunday. Let it be a quiet one.
Bye, buddy.
Have a good night.
Chill. Yeah. M16.
This is unbelievable.
Brr. Weazel. You don't really wanna miss Weazel News. We keep the city on their P's and their Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weazel News. We keep the city on their P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got a foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got pictures on whether you can chat with cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weazel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard. Weazel.